were maybe a bit tired of the things you were doing before this musically. What did you rediscover about making music now the way you did it?
Well, that it should be fun.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely the big thing for me, was how much fun it can be, and it was the most involved I've been in any record I've done, both with the writing and the playing and everything, and it was so enjoyable that it just made me want to kind of slow down with other things I had been doing and committing to. So, because I wanted to do it again, and maybe this is how I should work in the future, you know. So, it reminded me how fun it can be, and it's not a job, you know. It was actually really. We always really look forward to going into the studio every day.
But you said, yeah, playing. Did you intensively study a certain instrument, or is it something you already could do for? Yeah, how was his playing? Did he progress as a musician, do you think, during this period?
Yeah, I think he has, actually.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing a lot of drumming, and so he's gotten a lot better at that.
Much better, yeah. And I had gotten better at playing, you know, keyboards and organs and pianos and stuff from touring with Gnarls for that, like, a couple of years or whatever. So I got decent, you know.
But did this project, still maybe called a project, but did it change your way of work as a producer as well, or not so much? Did you both so equally produce as much?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess I produced it. It was my studio, it was the engineers I used and my instruments and everything else, and I was really comfortable with it. And for the most part, you know, that was just part of the role. But it's such a subjective thing, you know, the producer or whatever. But there's definitely a lot of times when I was in there recording an instrument and I just need James to tell me if this is any good or what parts are we going to keep. And so it was much more just as a band member that just kind of happened to be the one who maybe took on a little bit more responsibility on the producing side, you know. But then, you know, he's definitely on, you know, the singer side of things, on the vocal side of things was definitely James's strong point as well. So he, you know, took the duties there. I didn't get too much involved with that.
Okay. Yeah, I read in an interview that you, beside the music is not that dark, that the themes within the music are on the dark side, maybe at least.
Yeah.
Can you give an example of something that was dark for you, that is made it into the record?
Right, that is dark.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fair. The darkest song is probably "Sailing to Nowhere," which, you know, just has. It's pretty much a violent song.
Some dark imagery
lyrically.
Yeah. But we don't really.
Just, you know, it goes from like melancholy and sad sort of things to one of the songs that we did that we're not exactly sure what we're going to do with. It's not on the record. Is about some sort of catastrophe, you know. So there's, I think all of the songs have a certain at least melancholy.
Is that where you found each other also a little bit in that?
You know, we both have an affection for that sort of thing.
And you know, when we were doing the record, we basically became roommates. You know, I don't have a roommate, so when he came down from Portland, he would just stay with me, and we got to know each other over the year that we did the album, and the lyrics were mostly done at the end. So when we were working on that, we were taking a lot of our own kind of experiences and what we knew about each other, and a lot of the songs came from talks and conversations and everything that went.
Can you name a conversation that you still recall that made it into?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into too much detail, you know, because of, you know, you still want people to interpret the record the way they want to interpret it, but just life, you know. I mean, and we're both very similar in certain ways and very different as well, you know. I live by myself. He has a wife and kids. You know, we had similar things that happened to us when we were younger, childhoods and things like that, but then we definitely have different paths we've taken, but we have similar views on life, and you know, we told each other tons of stories about our past and everything, and just, you know, you just gain a really great friend in the process of making an album, and then, you know, you share that experience lyrically when you put it out there in that way. And, you know, James, the majority of the lyrics still came from James, and I tried to help out when I could, or when I had an idea here or there based on things that that I thought we related with, or that if there was anything I really wanted to have said or whatever. But it's still going to be James singing it. So, but I felt good in having somebody that knew me as well as he did at that point to be doing that.